How does that even make sense? You can see the example that the general is making. You can't build a big, beautiful house and then not fence it. Because everyone is going to go there and commit crimes. Everyone is going to go to your house and steal. Everyone is going to go to your house and do whatever they want to do because you didn't protect your house. Now imagine having a country like South Africa. A beautiful country, a big country, a country that many countries here in Africa wish they can be like. And then you have a country like that, you don't protect it, you don't fence it, you don't guard its borders. What sense does that make?
What I'm going to say here, I may be trampling on some cones, so please pardon me, Premier, and the parliamentarians that are here. All of you know that South Africa, in its position in the world, we are a global player. In Africa, we are the leader in terms of economics and geopolitics. And therefore, we are considered a big brother. No, you cannot be a big brother if you are unable to wield a stick that will make people be afraid. Now, you may be asking yourself, what is he talking about and all that? How many of you will build a beautiful and expensive house and not fence it and protect it? I don't think none of you will do that. Constitutionally, the South African National Defence Force is mandated to protect and defend the country. Now, any home will display its character, its worthiness, by the level of security that it places around it. Now, if we're going to play big brother in Africa, and therefore what we give for the Defense Force should symbolize that. A lot has been said about the South African National Defense Force not being well equipped, not being resourced and all that. I'm not going to get into that, but I'm saying, and I'm appealing to the politicians that are here, that next time you sit down and debate, think whether you are protected or not. Because that grant that you're giving to the people out there, the education of your children and everything else will not materialize if you're not protected. I'm sure many of you know that we are sharing our grants for the poor with people who are not supposed to share the grants. And that is because we are not protected. Our borders are porous. And they're porous because you, the politicians, have decided you want a Mickey Mouse Defense Force. I'm sorry to say that. And by the way, the Adjutant General is here. I'm protected. I'm not making a political speech, by the way.
Honestly speaking, I absolutely agree with the general on this one. And I am happy because he had the courage to tell these politicians face to face. He wasn't afraid. Because if you think about it truly, South Africa is a very, very big country. I mean, we can see right now, South Africa undaba mlonyeni, which means we are the country here in Africa and even the world. It doesn't make sense to have such a beautiful country, to have such a powerful country and not protect its borders. How does that even make sense? You can see the example that the general is making. You can't build a big, beautiful house and then not fence it. Because everyone is going to go there and commit crimes. Everyone is going to go to your house and steal. Everyone is going to go to your house and do whatever they want to do because you didn't protect your house. Now imagine having a country like South Africa. A beautiful country, a big country, a country that many countries here in Africa wish they can be like. And then you have a country like that, you don't protect it, you don't fence it, you don't guard its borders. What sense does that make? This country is South Africa. Remember, South Africa, it's not just any random country, it's South Africa, Mzansi. So we can't be in a country like South Africa and then not protect our borders. The general is reminding them that next time when they sit down planning to allocate budgets, let them try and think about their safety first as a country before they start looting money, before they start with corruption and stealing money, let them remember that our borders are not protected. The South African Defence Force is tasked with protecting South Africa, but there are no funds, not enough funds that are allocated to the South African Defence Force so that they can do what they are tasked with doing. The South African Defence Force should be financed properly, should be given ammunition, should be given everything that they need and deployed in all of our border entries, so that they can protect our borders. Not this thing of having borders that are non-existent. A person can just move from Swaziland into South Africa without any repercussions. A person can just move from Zimbabwe into South Africa without any repercussions. What kind of nonsense is that? There are videos that I see online of people who are laughing and saying, this is the South African border. You see, now I'm jumping, I'm in Zimbabwe. Now I'm jumping, I'm in South Africa. Every time I see those kinds of videos, I feel embarrassed. Because it's as if these people are making fun of our country. You will find some there by the border of Swaziland making videos saying, you see here, this is South Africa. Yeah, this is Swaziland. Now I'm going to South Africa. And I'm always like, this thing should be eradicated. This country should be properly fenced and protected, because this nonsense we are experiencing is only going to destroy our country. And it's only going to make it as if South Africa is a weak country when we are not. But it's as if our politicians don't think about that. Whenever they think about important things, they fail to think about the most important thing. Because it doesn't matter where you allocate your budgets. But if the borders are not protected, the country is not protected, just know that whatever you are doing with that budget can just be destroyed by the influx of people into this country. The example he's making of the social grants is reality. We are sharing our social grants that should go to poor South Africans with illegal foreigners who come through these borders without any repercussions. They are able to get these 350 rands that should go to our 370 now, I think, that should go to our citizens. They are able to get that money. You will wonder how. Some of them, their children get this money of SASSA. You will wonder how. Everything that the general there is saying is true. And I can tell you that it's not only the grants that we share with illegal foreigners. We have to share our hospitals with them. We have to share everything. Our services, we have to share with them. And then there's nothing left for us as the South Africans. I can tell you right now that there are some people here in South Africa who do not receive the 370 rands SRD grant that they should be receiving. But I can tell you that there are some illegal foreigners who are receiving that money. Some South Africans have been on pending for months or even years. They can't receive that money. But there are some illegal foreigners who are receiving that money. Is that fair? And it's all because our borders are not properly secured. It's because the people who are supposed to be protecting our borders, the South African National Defence Force, can't do that because our leaders and our politicians, they think it's not a priority. They don't take it as a priority. And I can tell you that should be the number one priority. Especially looking at the state of South Africa. Maybe if we didn't have a problem of foreigners in this country, we wouldn't say it should be the number one priority because foreigners are not a problem. But they are a problem here in South Africa. Then that should be made the priority. You get what I'm saying? Not this thing of allocating funds to some other things that don't even make sense and then forget about the thing that should protect us as the citizens of South Africa, protecting our borders. But I'm happy because everyone is starting to speak about this thing. Even high-ranking generals, you can see they are heartful about this thing of foreigners. Everyone in this country, South Africa, who is truly South Africa, who is truly patriotic. Don't tell me about these Pan-Africanist South Africans who always speak about one Africa. We are all the same. We kill the borders. Don't tell me about those people. I'm speaking about people who have South Africa's best interest at heart, who do not have other people's countries' best interest at heart, but have South Africa in their hearts. Those are the people that I'm talking about. I'm happy because there's a lot of those now. Even our leaders, our generals, you can see with the spirit of patriotism is awakening here in South Africa. And that's something that makes me happy. So I would really love to hear your own personal opinion on this matter. So please tell me on the comment section down below, what do you think about everything that the general said and everything that I've said in this video. But if you just enjoyed this video or you learned something new, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. My name is Emmanuel and this is Mzansi Versity, the place where we transform lives through knowledge and information. Let's meet again on another video.